Hey guys, I'm Lori, the creator behind Stitch and Moan. Welcome back to my channel. Today is Wednesday. I'm a little behind. Actually, I'm a lot behind on like everything. Not feeling well Sunday kind of sent a wrench into a lot of things. But anyway, this is week 2 of market prepping for HorrorCon. I have a little bit more accomplished than when I left you last week, and it is spread around about me on the floor. So we'll see that here in a few minutes. Like I said, it's Wednesday and it's getting kind of messy in here. Normally I will clean the house on Tuesdays and Wednesdays. On Tuesday I do the main level, and then on Wednesday I will do upstairs and all the bedrooms and everything. So today, before I really get into anything, and as I say that, it's like 3 o'clock in the afternoon, so the day is pretty much shot at this point. But I do want to straighten up the craft room a little bit. This morning we did homeschool, and we had, there was a box of homeschool supplies that I have not been able to find yet. So I also went out to the garage and rearranged a bunch of things to find that box, which I did. Very happy about that. Let's see what else. I need to straighten up in here because I don't know if like the mess has me feeling unmotivated or what it is, but I'm overwhelmed with the amount of things that I have to make. I said that in last week's video, and just, you know, trying to, you know, get it all done, and I don't know. But anyway, so this, right now, I think I'm going to straighten up a bit. Before I do that, I have a clip that I shot earlier of just like a pan around the room, just, you know, kind of showing what's going on and where we are right now in the madness. So I think right now, like I said, it's like after 3. I think what I'm gonna do is go ahead, straighten up, and run the vacuum. Exciting stuff, but you know, things that have to happen. So let's do our little pan around the room, and then we will get into the cleaning. Okay, so let's see. Here's where I'm taking my pictures now, so that's gonna have to change. But anyway, like I said, I normally clean on Tuesdays and Wednesdays, and today is Wednesday, and my crochet room is a disaster. So let's just take a look at what we have right now. So let's see. Here we have various Freddies. This one is getting close. This one, we started on the first stripe of a sweater. That's all the brown I have. I can't do anything else with brown. And then there's his arm that's gonna have his glove. And then I also started a Michael Myers. People have like work in progress piles or bags and shelves and everything. I have my floor. That's what I'm doing right now. And then here's my vessel, my pattern test. He's turning out so fun right now. Look at that. But I'm almost out of stuffing, so I can't continue working on him until I get more. There is my yarn for my Winnie the Pooh commission. Obviously haven't started that. Yeah. And then we come over here and we have Art and Michael laying over here chilling from where I put them after I filmed yesterday. And then these are just these 2 little acrylic risers that I found at in the dollar spot at Target. They were $3 a piece. We'll get those for my display, and then for Etsy photos. And then this is where I have all of my safety eyes, the yarn I was going to use for my voodoo doll hearts, and knee highs for some weighted plushies. Like here are the pellets. But anyway, black and white for art, bag of miscellaneous crap, yarn pile. Excess yarn. This is yarn left over from Nevermore. And then I said in a few videos back, this is where some of, like, this is some plushies, this is some extra yarn, that's mostly my blanket yarn, this is Posh and Parfait Chunky, and then I've got my plushies down here, and that's just my tablecloth and some bamboo skewers. I don't use Amy sticks, I use bamboo skewers. I haven't had a problem with them, so, and this is my pattern that I'm wearing, so don't look at that. Here, last week I started a Nessie, but I wasn't happy with how the fins were turning out, so she never got finished. This was a free pattern I found on Ribbler, I think is what it's called, I don't know, anyway. And then there's Nevermore, and a zombie, that pretty yarn. And then here, this is the stuffing I have left. That's it. So yeah, desperately need more. Not sure when that's gonna happen though. So, and then these are just leftovers from like admin stuff that I have to organize. So hopefully today I will figure that one out. That's the cute craft room right now, which is not cute, but it's functional. That's what we care about right now. So yeah, oh, and that's all my worsted weight yarn right there that I hate working with, but whatever. All right, so maybe here in a bit I will get to work. I think I might grab some lunch first because I'm hungry, and then straighten up in here. Just pop in and show what I've got accomplished so far. Here is, I finally got started on my poo commission, and he is going to be so cute. I want to look and see if I can find some of the plastic safety noses that are the right size. I don't know if I'm going to be able to do that, or if I'm just going to have to embroider it on. And then I did his little ears. Sorry, I'm holding my phone. And he's going to be really, really cute. So I finally got started on him. And then as far as HorrorCon goes, I've got a Freddy almost finished. I am out of brown, so I can't do any more. So I just did like a whole bunch of recording, and I didn't realize that I had actually turned the video off. So I was just sitting here talking to myself. But anyway, what I was saying, I've got this Freddy. To this point, he needs his hat and his knives. I'm out of brown, so I can't do his hat. And I had started another one. I crochet the arms in to keep the time commitment down, but I'm out of brown, and I don't even have that much left for his glove hand. So I'm gonna have to get some more brown before I can continue on with him. But I do have quite a few Michaels made, because I had one skein of blue, and that's the only thing I use for Michael, or the only thing I use that blue for is this Michael. I did like just a surface single crochet down the front to give his jumpsuit a little more detail, and I'm gonna do a collar on all of them. This one, he just needs his head, but since I'm out of brown, I can't do his hair, and I want to, instead of doing like a hair cap or anything, I'm thinking I want to do like color changes and just figure out where to put his hair. But I know that's going to be time consuming and difficult, and I only have 2 months, less than 2 months, so I don't know. But anyway, so there's that one, and then I've got 2 more Michaels over here. His arms just need to be crocheted in, and then I can get up to where his head would start. And then over here my vessel tester, my pattern test for vessel, whatever. He's coming along really nicely, and this is his vest. I was dreading doing that, and unfortunately gotten to the point where that's the only thing I have left. And then there's a little Freddy hand. And then look, I bought stuffing finally. Got 2 bags of it. So yeah, this is where we are right now. This is what we have for HorrorCon. 2-day event. I need more. I still haven't started Jason. I need more yarn for him, of course. So, right now I'm just doing what I can with what I have. Don't have a whole lot. But anyway, I'm not sure what else I should make for HorrorCon. Like, I've got my slashers that I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do, several of those, and then I'm gonna do a few in the large sizes as well. And I've got my voodoo doll. I'm gonna do some zombies, which I'll show you those in a few videos from now. I need to order yarn, surprise. So, let's see, what else? I think that's it. I don't know what else to make for HorrorCon. So if you have any ideas, drop them below. Something that's not like super time consuming. I'm probably gonna make some smaller vessels to have. And I'm gonna have ghost face and art, different sizes. I'm gonna do my voodoo dolls. I'm gonna have zombies. I don't know. I need to figure out some more things to make. Okay, well, I guess that's it for now. So you can stop staring at my floor. I'm back. It is Sunday pre-evening. If you ever watched Big Bang Theory, it's Sunday pre-evening. It's almost 5, and I'm about to go downstairs and start making dinner. I had plans today to make as much of whatever as I could. I actually started an Art the Clown using Parfait Chunky, and I scrapped that real quick because he was coming out too small. I think I got a bad skein of the black Parfait Chunky. I couldn't put my finger on it. I didn't know what it was, but someone had said that they had a skein that felt starchy, and that's exactly what this one feels like. It doesn't feel good in my hands, so I don't know that I would be able to do like a large project with that one, because it just felt gross. But like I said, he was turning out too small, so I frogged him, and when it got to a certain point, I just had to yank the yarn, because Parfait Chunky is awesome to work with, but it is not very forgiving when it's time to, undo any mistakes. So there is actually a magic ring floating around somewhere, because when I got to that point, I just snapped it. I said in one of my clips earlier, I'm just not feeling it this week, and I didn't really know what it was. And B is being very distracting. Look at her back there rolling around. I'm sorry. B, don't do that when I'm on camera. Anyway, I think the problem, I think I figured it out. I try to crochet a little bit every day. At some point throughout the day, I'll get up, have my coffee, and watch some videos, check on all of my accounts and everything, and then I will try to get some stuff done before my son wakes up, and then we'll have breakfast, and then we do homeschool, and then we have lunch. Normally throughout the year we would do more after lunch, but since this coming up is actually, I think, going to be our last week. So we've kind of pulled back on a lot of the things that we have been doing since we're wrapping up the year. But then usually I would crochet more on my lunch break, and then I would crochet from 3 to 5. I haven't really been doing that since we moved, but I've been trying to do some every morning and then just whenever I can in the afternoon and the evening. I haven't done much today, and I think it's because I'm burned out. I think I'm burned out. And I know that it's like the stress of market prep. I don't like doing that. I don't like market prepping. I don't like making the same thing over and over and over. But, you know, that's what I'm going to be doing for the next 2 months. But it'll be fine. I think I just need a break. And I also think that I need to make something that I want to make. So I already know what I'm going to make, I think. Pretty sure. I am going to do one of these because I made one a long time ago, but I made one several months ago actually, but I wasn't happy because I used blanket yarn and it didn't turn out all that great. So I think what I'm going to do, using some of the Parfait Chunky that I have that doesn't make my skin crawl, I'm going to make the tiny dragon from Avalon Crochets. I really want to have like a bunch of these. I think I could put them in my Etsy shop. I could probably take them to HorrorCon. I do want to have some dragons at HorrorCon, so maybe I will look into a larger dragon pattern to go along with the tiny dragon pattern. That could do that. So I think maybe at some point today I'm going to mess around with this. I want to say when I made this the last time, it took like no time. I just need to figure out what color yarn I want to use. I don't have a lot of Parfait Chunky. I ordered from my video several weeks back. I ordered specific ones for specific projects that I have not been able to get to. But anyway, I think that's what I might do later on today. So hopefully at the end of this video, there might be a cute little dragon. Let's see, I'm gonna do this. Hopefully there's a cute little dragon here soon. But I don't know, like I said, I'm very burned out. I need to go cook. So, yeah. Exciting week here at Stitch and Moan. It's been an exciting week. Hopefully going forward, we will have, you know, better things to talk about. But anyway, that's all for now. I need to go cook some pasta.